your money.
Yeah, yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
Okay, beautiful morning once to you again, and this is the Money Magnet Show. So this morning I'm going to be talking about how the tax system is going to look like in 2026. In 2026, it's not going to be business as usual, and many people that are not paying tax before, we have to begin to pay taxes. And how is that going to look like for a small business owner and for individuals? Is something that I'm going to be able to try and put in a number of explanations that at least can help you to be able to understand the next step to take. Okay, so having said that, I like to start by saying that the government, the federal government of Nigeria, have come up with a new tax system which is to commence in January 2026. Initially when I spoke about the fact that the new tax regime is going to commence in 2026, it was like, it will not commence in 2026, but eventually, the government has to come out and say it's commencing 2026. So you need to know how to position yourself. It's very, very important for you and your business, for you and your finances, okay? So let's start by saying that what we're about to do is going to save you a lot of headache, okay, as you move into 2026. So who are the individuals that can pay taxes in 2026? Individuals, content creators. Once you earn income in Nigeria and from Nigeria, whether you are based abroad or based in Nigeria, you are going to pay tax. The idea of your uncle send money to you and there's no narration, people gave you money, there's no narration, you want to travel to UK or US and they put money in your bank account, and all those money that they put there, if there is no narration, the person will have to pay heavily for it, because they will assume that all the money in your bank account is now an income and they will tax it. Now, what are the events that cannot be taxed? When your money is transferred, that's deposit, withdrawal, transfers, cannot be taxed. However, you have to explain narrations properly. So who are the other people that will not be taxed? If the total money you are earning in a year is less than 800,000 or is 800,000 and below, then you will not be taxed. That is, from January to December, the total money coming to you as an income is 800,000. So that kind of person, whenever money is moving from one hand to another through your bank account, you have to give the narration. Then the salary, pension, and retirement benefit exempt. Income from federal or state government bond is tax exempt. Loan borrowed are not considered income, are therefore not taxed, though the interest earned by the lender is taxable. Foreign income for creatives like people on YouTube, social media, Instagram and the likes, all the money you make are going to be taxed. Digital assets like crypto, NFT, and other digital assets are going to be taxed. Surveillance package. So government are either going to get people through their bank account or their NIN or their BVN or their workplace, or different ways are ways that they are going to get people for taxes. Okay, so if what you are earning is 800,000, between 800,000 and 3 million, you pay 15% tax. If what you are earning is between 3 million and 12 million, you're going to pay 18% tax. If what you are earning is 25 million to 50 million, you're going to pay 23% tax. And if what you are earning is 50 million and above, you are going to pay 25% tax. That's 1/4 of your income. That's the biggest chunk anyway. Now, a business registered as an enterprise name pays personal income tax. So when you register your business as an enterprise, you are going to be paying personal income tax, and a business registered as limited liability pays company income tax. Okay, so they assume that the company is separate from the owner, and that's why you'll be paying that. Okay, companies with an annual turnover of below 50 million are LLC, that's limited liability company, earns below 50 million annually, they are exempted from tax. Agricultural companies engaged in crop production, livestock, forestry, cocoa processing enjoy 5-year tax holiday from the day they begin operation. So that one is automatic. So available reliefs. So what are reliefs? Anytime they are calculating your tax, they will first look at your reliefs and see what can be done. So what are the reliefs? Your rent. Individuals can claim a rent of 20% of their annual rent paid, so capped at 500,000. So if your rent is 500,000, you can take 20% of your tax. That's part of your reliefs. And to enjoy this, you must declare the actual rent and provide supporting documents to the tax authority. That is, you must be able to show your tenant, your receipt from your landlord. Then capital gains. So when you make profit from shares, they are not taxed unless shares are sold are more than 150 million in value and profit gain is more than 10 million. That's when it will be taxed. But if it's below that, you are not taxed. And then dividend, interest, rent, royalty earned from outside Nigeria are exempted from tax provided they are brought into Nigeria through approved bank channels. So I've said all of that to let you have an overview of what taxes are going to look like in 2026. Now, what you need to take note of as an individual is that you have to narrate every transaction you are doing from January 1, 2026. So when you are transferring money to somebody, give the full narration. If money is coming to your bank account and they don't narrate it, is a potential problem for you, because the taxman will assume that all that money is going to assume that all that money is an income, and thereby they can hold you liable to pay. Not to pay your tax is something that you can be held for a criminal offense. So 2026 is not going to be business as usual, because there are 4 legislations that has been made on this issue of tax. So let me run you through a small business owner. I know quite a number of people run small businesses in Nigeria. So a small business owner, what should he do? Okay, so this is what you do as a small business owner. As a small business owner, one of the things you have to understand is your business is assumed to be yourself. That is, you have a business name, and the income is virtually categorized as your income. So, but taxes are paid on your income. So, as a small business owner, this is it. When you prepare your account, there's what we call the profit and loss, and call also the balance sheet. I'm going to run you through the profit and loss, and I'm going to run you through the balance sheet in a way that you'll be able to familiarize yourself with the content of those accounts. So if you have, let us say, an income, The way they are going to tax you is this. Let's say your income is 1 million. Your expenses is 200,000. Your total profit is 800,000. So your tax is going to come on your 800,000. That's just an example. Now, if you have income, for instance, 800,000, 1 million, and people come to greet you, you do PR, you do entertainment, there's a provision for that. You have to, every expenses you make, you have to bill it on that business. The fuel you buy, you put it as part of transportation and fuel. The fuel you buy for office, you put it as fuel for office. The money you spend on entertaining guests, you put it as entertainment. All the thing you are spending money for, including salary, put everything there. If you make loss, you are not going to be paying tax on loss. Let me say that again. You don't pay tax on loss, you only pay tax on profit. However, they may want to charge you for VAT, that's value added tax. And once your transaction is below 25 million, there's a way you can report VAT. You just report that, and then it covers the fact that you have reported, and the transaction you've done in a year is below 25 million, and then you are covered. So you have to understand how to use your expenses judiciously. So as a business owner, you have that expenses side to use it to your advantage. And when I say to use it to your advantage, there are many expenses people do in Nigeria as small business owner, and they don't actually take note of them into their account. Okay, so let me take another good example. Is somebody that has a computer center. You have a computer center, and this computer center you have printer, you have photocopy machine, you have staffs you are paying. So when you factor in your cost of fueling the shop or the office, you factor in the cost of the salary, you factor in the cost of servicing those machines, you factor in the cost of buying paper. When you want to go and buy the paper in the market, or you want to go and buy the fuel to power the generator or power something, that particular fuel you want to go and buy, you went to buy it with your car. Now, your car has fuel in it. You're supposed to calculate the fuel inside your car as well under your business, because it's the one that is going to go and get the fuel for you that you will use for the office. So you're supposed to factor it together. And this time around, if you feel that you always deal in fuel a lot, and fuel is one of the main things that your organization use, and you use a lot of fuel, you might want to be collecting receipts from filling station. So when you collect receipts from filling station, you can use it as a proof. Or if you are transferring to filling station, you must state the narrative. It must be clear that this amount I'm spending is for fuel. So 2026 is a year that as you go into it, is not business as usual. You have to be able to state what money you are spending is meant for. Do proper narration of everything that you do. Okay, every transaction that you do. Having said that, I need to go on a short break. When I am back, I'll come and tell you what's the difference between individual taxes and corporate body taxes, and how do you go about it. Okay, how are you going to handle that? Stick around and go away.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money. Yeah, yeah. Me at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summy.
Once in a while, a night comes that doesn't just gather people, it gathers heaven. A sound beyond boundaries. A praise that refuses to be ordinary. This December 26th, the gates of High Impact Planet open again for something divine, daring, and different. High Impact Praise Blast 2025. It's not just praise, it's fire redefined. Get ready for Mercy Chimbo, Adeyinka Alasheyori, Sumisola Agbebi, Laolu Benjo, Bidemi Olaoba, Chinyere Udoma, Shanwele Jesu, BJ Sax, DJ Ernesty, Toluwani Sings, Lilian Neji, RCCG Praise Team, and the City Choir. Friday, December 26th at High Impact Planet Ibafo, Ogun State. Time 6 p.m. sharp. Entry is absolutely free because Grace already paid the price. Powered by High Impact Cruise, High Impact Studios, High Impact Planet, and Solution Media and Infotech.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah, yeah.
With Successful Summy at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summy.
Okay, welcome back, Money Magnet Show. So, you have to think about how you are going to take advantage of taxes in 2026. You see, as a small business owner or as somebody that is working somewhere, so let me handle the two. So let's assume you are working in a place and you are being paid salary every month, but you also used to do some side hustle. Now, if you don't state the income, they are going to charge you on everything passing through your account. If your uncle send money to you to send to your mom in the village, they are also going to calculate it as an income if you don't state it. You have to state everything clearly. They only want to tax income, but if what you are sending into your bank account or what is coming to your bank account is not clear that it's an income, they will assume it is an income and you are trying to hide. So what you have to do is make sure that every income that comes in for you is properly accounted for. Personal income tax is paid to the state, while federal income tax is, company income tax rather, is paid to the federal. So if you have a limited liability company, that is the name of your company ends with limited liability company, that kind of organization, what you will do, you have up to 50 million or close to 100 million. So what you have to do is most of your expenses, you bring them under your company, even when you run a business name too. And the reason is because most times people are not separate from their business in Nigeria. I mean, you will see somebody is running his business at home because he cannot pay the rent of the shop or the office, so he's running business at home. So what is going to be your house rent? Instead of you claiming relief for your house rent, you don't need to claim relief for your house rent. Take your house rent to be an expenses. You call it rent, and you remove it from any profit you make. So that's how to go about these things, okay? And when you do that, you will have helped yourself a lot to be able to take advantage of any available tax relief. So take that away from your income. If you are using internet at home to run your business, also put it under your expenses, since your home is now the place where you do your business. At the end of the day, pay yourself some salary, okay? And if there's no space for salary too, report it there, okay? Because a lot of people are going to be like confused. What am I going to do? What will I do next? They will come for me and all of that. I know that many people are going through a lot and they are trying to sort themselves out and they just want something peaceful. So, but it's advisable that you just follow this method. So when you have to do, let's say you have an NGO does not pay tax, but people that are earning from NGO, maybe you are the CEO, you are the manager, you are the AFA, you are the imam, you are the pastor, you are earning from the NGO, you have to pay tax. So in 2026, nobody is exempted from paying tax. And I think this is going to help us get ourselves ready. So when it's tomorrow, I'll be looking at sensitive part of the tax system for 2026. There is a lot of things you need to still know, but what I've explained today are just the basic things that everybody should get themselves ready with for 2026 in order to pay tax. So I'm going to go on a short break right now. Open the phone line 0907 224 5018. 0907 224 5018. I'll go on a short break. When I'm back, we'll continue with the show. Stick
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio. Mwah!
See, there is no separating us now.
This is your everyday companion.
Everyday companion.
High Impact 102.1 FM. High Impact 102.1 FM.
The king of radio is here. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome to the high side of life. Join us every day at High Impact 102.1 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
I just want to be
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
So, I really want to make the confirmed Nigerian jollof. How do I go about it?
Oh, Nigerian jollof. I see you love food too. Well, first off, fry the onions slowly in vegetable oil before adding tomatoes, spices, ginger, garlic, scotch bonnet, white cabbage, and finally stock. But the secret is in how much love and attention you give the sauce. That's what flavors the dish after all.
But I have an extra question.
What is it?
Which one, Nigeria or Ghana?
I'll tell you when you're done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is why we are unique. Our lifestyle is urban.
Our lifestyle is urban.
Oh my God!
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
What's that fashion item I can have that never gets old?
Well, you should try to invest in a white shirt. Goes on almost everything and can be styled effortlessly.
Correct.
Go get that shirt now.
The high impact of Lagos. Lagos.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
Okay, welcome back. The Money Magnet Show. So 0907224518. That's the phone number to reach me right here in the studio. We've spoken about taxes today. Tomorrow we're going to continue on the same topic, and you should get ready for 2026 because it's done in such a way that everyone will pay taxes. So on the curtain of that, on the note of that, I want to draw the curtain for today's show. Till I come your way tomorrow, I am Dr. Success Usomi, and I'm saying remain financially intelligent.
Make, manage, multiply, and maximize your money.
Yeah, yeah.
With Successful Summit at Money Magnet Show. Money Magnet Show.
It's Money Magnet Show with Successful Summit.
On High Impact Radio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.